Hi guys, this is Ralph from CoffeeBeats, and today I get for testing Synido Tempopad C16. It's a MIDI controller with wireless capabilities. It has RGB backlight pads, pressure sensitive with some programmable knobs and sliders and buttons. So let's see what's on the back side of the box. 60 RGB backlight pads, 8 assignable encoders, 12 assignable buttons, 3 transport control buttons, Bluetooth wireless MIDI, USB connection, octave function in key mode, so we have key mode like in the other Tempopad that I get. We have 4 assignable faders, built-in controller parameter editing system with OLED display, supports velocity curve, built-in 16-track step sequencer. Wow, that's the new feature that I didn't see on such a device. So let's open the box. We have this Synido hard case for this with some hand, so that's nice. And look what's inside. Okay, we have MIDI adapter as usual, some cables and adapters, another MIDI adapter and another MIDI adapter. So we get 3 jack to MIDI regular one adapters, some cables, some instructions, the case, and here is the device. And this is the Tempopad. It's a strange color. I thought it's gray, but it's kind of green. It's a kind of MPC-like style, and the back of it is made with plastic, and we have some rubber holders. Yeah, the pads are in the feeling like the regular Tempopad, the first one. The knobs are quite stiff and the sliders are not so stiff. Some rubber buttons, mute, solo, record. Some clicky knob, and we have the click for the top. Some colorful rubber buttons. Yeah, I'm glad that these pads are big, just like on Akai MPD 218. The device is quite heavy. It has built-in battery, the back of the device. We have MIDI through, MIDI out and MIDI in, USB-C. We have power switch here, and nothing more is needed. So yeah, let me connect this and try the feeling of these pads and their sensitivity. Okay guys, so right now I have my iPad with Koala sampler loaded and some samplers inside. Yeah, and let me turn on the controller. It's turning on very quickly, and at first on this little screen we can see the level of battery and the Tempopad C16, the name of the pad. It's good that we have this screen for many reasons, because everything that we are doing on this controller is reflected on this screen. For instance, I can see right now when I'm moving this knob, the level of MIDI CC that I am transmitting, the same for knobs and the same for these buttons. So starting from the layout of this controller, we have section of 4 tracks, let's say. Each track have 2 knobs and the slider and these buttons for mute, solo and record. And we have 4 sections of these 4 channel strips, because we have 4 banks for them. And the same is for pad section, because we have 16 pads with 4 banks, so we can have 64 samples controlled like in here in Koala. So we can map all banks of Koala sampler to this controller. So let me go to settings, MIDI, Bluetooth MIDI connect. And to connect this, we need to turn on the Bluetooth on this controller. As you can see, it's a wireless connection. We don't need any cables for that. And right now it's saying that it's connected. We can instantly start to mapping MIDI to these pads by tapping pad and dedicated pad on this controller. Stop mapping, and we have all pads mapped. And instantly we can start to making beats with it. Okay, but before that I want to show you a couple of things. When you tapping on the pad, the screen is showing the velocity level of these pads as well as the note that is set right now to this pad. Every parameter on this controller can be changed instantly by pressing the pad, for instance, and this orange button. We are going into this menu, can change the message that this pad is transmitting. Right now it's note, but we can change it to MIDI CC signal. We can change the channel and the note. Right now it's different note. And the same for the color of the pad. On this menu we can change the color of each particular pad. And the same for the sliders. If I change the slider parameter and click this button on this orange knob, I'm going into menu when I can change the MIDI CC type, the min value for this slider and the max value for this slider. Also, this slider can transmit the pitch bend signal. As you can see, maybe on this little screen, right now it's indicating pitch bend. Let's leave it for CC right now. So that's nice that you can enter to this menu, and for each pad and this control element you can change these values without using any external software on the computer. That's very nice. Yeah, of course, we have something like note repeat here. We have internal clock with tap tempo function. It's connected with the sequencer that I'm going to show you right now. If we turn on the sequencer and we hit tap tempo a couple of times, we can see that the tempo is changed. So we can set the tempo we like for this sequencer. It's working like when you hit play, you can see the indication of 16 steps going in the tempo that you set. And you can set the pad that you can program right now. And for this pad, I can set these notes and go to another pad. Let me choose this one. And I can program the hi-hat in this way. And if I go to the snare pad, I can program the snare also. So right now we have sequence inside the sequencer in this controller. There is no sequence inside Koala. Everything is programmed in this controller and transmitted wirelessly without any noticeable latency. That's nice. We can clear the sequence for a particular pad by holding the play button. So right now I can go here and clear the hi-hats also. And we have inside sequencer section this record button, so we also can record live our sequence. And as you can hear, it's playing. So having sequencer is very nice option if you're planning to control external gear or external instruments like here inside Koala. And of course we have different modes in this controller. Right now it's the drum mode. Let me turn off the sequencer. But also when we go to the keyboard mode, we can play like the different notes with one sound, and of course we have velocity sensitivity, and we can choose the 16 level, which is also nice, so that you can set the level by pressing pads from 1 to 16. So yeah, what else? We can set for the sliders some effects, why not? So let me map MIDI again, and for this slider let me map reverb, for this one shutter, for the last one filter, and for this one comp. And right now I have my sequence going from this sequencer, and I can adjust my effects. Yeah, so that's very nice. For the keyboard mode we have also the octave plus and minus buttons to switch to another octaves. So as you can see, this controller is very capable of functions and controls possibilities. I only covered the few options that it has. I think it's a great piece of gear. Synido is doing great job. For sure I will gonna to use this in my future videos and make some beatmaking, finger drumming stuff. So if you like this piece of gear, you can always go to the link inside description of this video and grab the promo code and buy this controller for the less money. So check it out. And for today it's all, I think. Thank you guys. See you next time.